So, hi, I'm Cameron Massey, and I've got 5 minutes to do here, which I've heard is not a long time. So, but though I have had this sort of conversation with my girlfriend about doing stand-up, and she said it's just sort of, standing on stage, talking to people for 5 minutes, it can be a long time. And I went, yeah, no, it is a long time, 5 minutes. Objectively, 5 minutes, it's long for any activity. This guy agrees, right? Yeah. Oh shit! No, he's a judge. Yeah, take it back. Anyway, I don't have a girlfriend. I lied. The joke doesn't really work. It's like someone I met on a dating app or something. But a bit about me. I'm quite a sort of like rational and logical person. So I don't really sort of like believe in a lot of conspiracy theories out there. I know I look like I would. Like a sort of anti-vax Lewis Capaldi. Some people, sometimes it gets a big laugh, and it's like, oh, I must look a lot like him. And sometimes it gets nothing, and it's like, well, this isn't going well. So it's one of those jokes I do, and I just feel bad about myself every time I tell it, regardless of the outcome, which is great. So a lot of people do come up to me and sort of, because they think I'm into conspiracy theories and stuff, so they tell me about the conspiracy theories. Like, I had a guy try and convince me that Finland isn't real. Is there any Finnish people in today? It's weird. There never is. And like, I'm starting to sort of think, maybe he's on something. But it's a real sort of genuine conspiracy theory. It's basically like, effectively like Finland is a created, like it's not a real country, it's basically just an area that's created by Japan and Russia so that they can break fishing regulations. So they overfish that area, transport all of that fish back to Japan under the guise of Nokia products. And they say that explains why Japan is the biggest importer of Nokia products, despite no one in Japan owning Nokia products. It's not convoluted at all, is it? And I did say that to him. I said, it sounds convoluted, mate. And he went, yeah, but that's what makes it so believable. And then he says, it makes you think. Makes you think. Makes you think is basically conspiracy's equivalent of going, I've now stopped thinking. Now, it's your turn to sort of just pick up the slack. So basically just stop like people coming up to me and telling me about their conspiracy theories. I've developed a kind of like unapproachable, sort of judgmental face. It's kind of just like that, and I do it like on transport and stuff. It has got me in trouble. I was on the train the other day, and I sat opposite a woman breastfeeding her child. Presume it was her child. I didn't verify it, that's insane. But she just sort of, basically, I'm just going to say this as well, I do support breastfeeding in public. It does depend on how old the child is. Obviously, if you get into about 30, put it in a bottle first or something. But I had the face on and I was looking sort of more through her, and I just clocked what it looked like to her, right? I'm staring at her, she's got her, don't want to get too technical here, breasticle out, and her kid is really, really going at it. I just went, oh, and looked away. She went, sorry, is there a problem? And I went, no, there's no problem, I just wanted to look like I was staring. She went, you didn't want to look like you were staring? No, I wouldn't stare at something like that, I wouldn't stare at something like that knowingly. She goes, me knowingly, or you knowingly. So, it was getting really awkward, and I was just trying to explain to her, like, I do support breastfeeding in public, and I'm not a pervert. But it kept coming out like, no, I hate looking at nipples unless they're in a child's mouth. Which is like not what I'm trying to get at. Sort of digging myself out. I'll say it though, this kid comes onto the train, and he just sort of, he's about 5, and he takes one look at the woman, the breasticle out, the child going at it. He just announces to the train, boobies. And I went, yeah, who's the pervert now? Thanks guys, cheers, I'm coming.